Where was it got? See if I can. Hey y'all, BB. So you can't really see me. You can kind of see me, but my hair is dirty. So let's just keep it like this, because I think y'all can see me enough. Even though it's kind of spooky, I think it's flickering from the candle because I have a candle going. So that's why it's flickering. So it actually kind of looks freaky. But anyways, um, actually kind of really looks freaky. But I want to turn on the light because my hair is technically dirty and I haven't cleaned my hair yet. So Happy New Year! I don't know what I'm doing for New Year's yet. I was planning on hanging out with my girlfriends, but they're going to the two I was planning on hanging out with are going to the city, and they're gonna be going clubbing. And if you know me or you don't know me, you will know I don't like clubs. I don't like. I want to say I don't like music, but like my ears are very sensitive, so I can hear very well. I kind of like to joke that I have hearing as good as a dog, but obviously we know that's not true. But it's I can hear stuff pretty good, pretty well. Even though my mom always says, "Well, you can never hear me calling for you." It's like that's different. It's like I can hear other things. I just can't hear my mom calls for me. Joking. Um. Anywho, I got very sensitive ears, so I can hear very well. Loud music bothers my ears. Like I can't really listen to music very loud. I will admit, if I'm in the car driving down the road, I there are very few songs that I will blast. For example, one song is um goodness, what is it? Tiny Dancer by Elton John. That's a song that I crank up the volume. Um, I can't think of any other songs off the bat. I know there's more. I think it's like We Will Walk You by Queen. Um, there's like other songs, but there's not many. There's a few. I want to say if I have to think about every song that I crank up the volume, there's probably maybe 5 or 6 songs that I will probably crank up the volume. But even when I'm driving, the volume's low. To the point where like I can still hear it, but it's not blasting. Like I said, there's a few songs that I'll blast, but for the most part, even when I'm driving with my friends, I'll tell them, "Hey, can you lower the music? It's a little loud," and they all know and they understand. But like, I just really don't like loud noises. Like my ears are so sensitive. I don't. There are very few sounds that bother me. Obviously, when animals cry in pain, that bothers me to the point where talking about it, that I'm not going to talk about it, will upset me. Will upset me. But when nails on a chalkboard to me are nails on a chalkboard, but also whenever someone bites down on a fork or a spoon, because some people bite down on it and it makes that scraping sound. This thinking about the sound makes me ugh. It's, if you could see my face right now, I'm not making a pretty. It's like, oh my god, don't. I'll even point that out to people I at least know. Like if my friends or family make that noise, I'll be like, can you please not bite down on the fork? And they look at me like, what the heck are you talking about? And it's like, when you eat off the fork, you bite down on it. Can you not bite down on the fork? It makes noise like nails on chalkboard. Or like when my mom, oh, when she's done eating in a plate or in a bowl, she used it. So use like the knife. So use like the spoon or the fork to scrape the rest of the like sauce, so the rest of the food, and so scrape, and it's scraping against glass, and it's like, stop, please, this. stop. It makes me want to almost fold up to the sound that it bothers my ears. It's like nails on a chalkboard. Another noise that actually bothers me is pencils. When I write, I try my best to either type or use a pen because the noise of the pencil on the paper bothers me. Even those little, um, I don't know what they're called, but they're like the pencils that you press the erase and more lead comes out. I know there's the specific name for those, but I don't know what they're called. But those pencils that, you push the top and the more lead comes, I can't use those. Because the noise against the paper just, oh my goodness, it really bothers me. I got very sensitive ears. There are other sounds where someone make a sound or do something and it's like, can you not do that? That bothers my ear, and they'll look at me like, what are you talking about? And it's like, I just got sensitive ears. So I also got a good smell. Like I can smell very good. Actually, a good story is we were going to a fire call. We had a house fire once. Well, this happened a few times, but it's like 2 or 3 separate occasion. Okay. Can't say it with my speech impairment. It was 3 different times that this happened, but one time it happened, we were going to a house fire. They were all house fires, but there were 3 separate times that this happened. But one time we were going to a house fire, and we kind of got lost a little bit. And I was in the back of the squad, and the 2 officers were in the front. Um, and we kind of got lost, and they're like, "Oh, I don't know where to go." So I was sniffing because I could smell it. And I don't know if you've ever been to a house fire, whether you're a citizen or a firefighter or police officer, EMT, EMR, like I am, uh, paramedic, uh, first responder, EMA, ESU, whatever you are. If you ever been to a house fire, it's a unique smell. It's definitely a different smell compared to a bonfire or a fireplace. Like, I've been to enough house fires where if I smell it, I know what that smell is. It's almost like the smell of marijuana. Once you smell it, you smell it. And it's not going to be a smell where once you smell it, it's going to be like, what's that smell? It's going to be like, oh no, that's marijuana. The first time I told my mom, oh, that's, my mom was like, it smells like skunk. And I was like, it ain't skunk. That's the party skunk. She's like, what are you talking about? And it's like, it's marijuana. She's like, how the hell do you know what that smells like? And it's like, my friends smoke. And she's like, you smoke? And it's like, no. It's like, I don't smoke. I said they couldn't pay me to smoke. Not even Bill Gates could pay me to smoke marijuana or whatever the heck people smoke these days. Um, they just smoke so I know what it smells like. So a house fire to me is a unique smell, a specific smell, and I can point it out. So like they got lost and then I was trying to smell it and it's like, and they're like, what are you doing, you bloodhound? And it's like, the fire's that way. And they're like, how do you know? And it's like, just go that way. So they trust me. And we started to go that way. And then they was like, oh, there it is. There's the house. And they're like, how do you know it's that house? And it's like, well, I was like, I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure being that the house is on fire and there's a lot of fire apparatuses around there and firefighters, I assume that that's the house and not the neighbors. And they're like, good point. And it's like, yeah. So that happened a few times. It's actually kind of funny because whenever we would go out on patrols and I smelled something, I would sniff, like, and people knew what that noise was. They knew that it was me sniffing because I also had a good nose for natural gas. Like I had the best nose on a unit, and I would be like, and my partner would be like, put it away, and they're like, you don't smell anything, you smell shit, and I'll be like, I smell gas, and they're like, I don't smell it, and it's like, I smell gas. It's gas. I swear to you, that's gas, and it's strong. Depending on who I was with, sometimes they could smell it after the second or third time around. Um, there was one guy that I was partners with a lot, and he was almost, his nose was almost as good as mine. He could smell it a lot too. So then I would call my lieutenant, and I'll be like, Curtis, and he'll be like, what do you smell now? And I'll be like, I smell gas. And he's like, you smell shit. And I'll be like, no, I swear I smell gas. So I also have a good smell for gas, natural gas. I can smell Mark Captain very well. So Mark Captain is actually the chemical that they put in natural gas to make it smell. Because technically natural gas doesn't have any natural smell to it. But they put more Captain in it to make it smell. So if you ever smell natural gas, tell whoever you're with, oh, I smell more Captain. Oh, Mar Captain? I don't know how you pronounce it. More or Mar? I smell Mar Captain. And they're going to be like, what the hell you smell? And you'll be like, natural gas. I'm like, oh. Google it if you don't believe me that's what it's called. Um, but yeah. What was I saying? What made me tell? I was saying something to make me start talking about one story. Because I happen to talk about one thing and it leads to multiple things. Oh, I was talking about sensitive ears. So, like, yeah, my friends that I was originally going to hang out with, that I had plans to hang out with, didn't cancel, but, like, they are going to the city for the clubs, and they all know that I don't drink. Well, I don't want to say don't drink, but, like, I barely ever drink. Like, in the whole year, I probably only have 2 beers and maybe 4 glasses of wine in the whole entire year. I barely ever drink. I'm really not a drinker. The reason for that is because I'm a lighthead. I'm very lightheaded. For example, no joke, I can actually get drunk off of one Mike's Hard lemonade. And I don't want to say that was my first drink I ever had, but one time I was with my friends and we were in the pool. And then the storm started coming. So we're like, we gotta get out because you shouldn't be swimming when there's lightning and thunder. So we got out and we're like, we're all hungry. These were my girlfriends. And we're like, how about we go get pizza and Mike's Hard? And I was like, what's Mike's Hard? And they're like, it's a hard. I mean, I think I knew what it was, but like, they were like, oh, have you ever had it? And I was like, no. And it's like, but I can't drink because I drove to my friend's house at the time. And they're like, well, you can drink, but like, you can just stay at our house until you get sober, or whatever you call it. So I was like, I don't know. So we went to go get the pizzas, and we went to Woodfield to get pizza. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm not a huge fan of pizza. There's only a few pizza places I like. Maybe that would be another story to debate about pizza, like what pizza. It's funny, during Christmas, me and my cousins, we sat around in a circle for about an hour. We sat together just talking about favorite pizza places, best place to get pizza, best place to get Chinese. Like, we didn't argue, but like we were talking about it for like almost an hour. But like, there's only a few places I like to get pizza. And that place, I wouldn't particularly go back to get pizza. I don't even know if they're still in business or not. But even if they are, I wouldn't go back. For example, if you live around Bartlett or Streamwood, hometown of Streamwood, I don't know why I'm so proud of that. I mean, I love that I'm from Streamwood. I love Streamwood. It's my hometown, like any other hometown. But like, there's definitely things I don't like about it. But anyways, if you're from Streamwood or you're from Bartlett or even somewhere like Hanover Park, you would probably know of B&V's pizza. Hate it. It's edible. I'll eat it if I have to. I'm die hard starving. I'll eat it. Problem with it is I'm so used to it. Like, every family party that we have, especially back in the day, like, we don't do it so much anymore, but a lot of times when we were younger, when we actually celebrated birthdays, because we don't really celebrate birthdays anymore. I mean, we still sometimes we'll get together for someone's birthday. Um, birthday, birthday. I can't really pronounce that with my impairment. Um, Sometimes we get together to celebrate someone's birthday, but like especially back when we were all young, automatically you knew we were gonna have pizza, let alone from V&V. So it's like I always ate it as a kid. My grandma would always get it whenever we go over to grandma's to eat pizza. She would always get V&V. It was like almost in my blood. We would always eat V&V every party, every family get together, every holiday. It would be like V&V almost every holiday. So it's like I just got tired of it, and I don't want to say it's bad, but like it's not my first choice. I know some people hate me for that. They're like, "How do you not like V&V?" And it's like I don't hate it. I just don't prefer it. It's not the best pizza, in all honesty. I'm a loose person. Once you go deep, you can't go back. I prefer deep dish. And anyways, I'm not going to talk about this because I could talk for an hour about pizza. Um, I'm a loose person. I like lumorettis, lose. You go buttercrust, you can't go back either. I prefer deep dish, but then it's probably not that bad either. But actually, being that I really have no plans for New Year's, I think I'm gonna go to the movie store. So I actually have to hop in a shower, go get some movies. I got a $50 gift card to Target, so I might go buy a couple movies, depending on how much they are, because Target can kind of be expensive. And then go and rent some movies, depending on how many movies I can find at Target. Um, Order pizza and just sit at home. My my dad, my dad's best friend slash coworker, old coworker. My dad knows this guy from the fire department because they used to work together. Until this guy unfortunately got hurt on the job and had to retire early because he got an injury. So he had to retire from the fire department because he got hurt. And my dad and him are practically like brothers. They known each other ever since like the 80s. Um, my mom, my mom is friends with the wife, so my dad's coworker. Excuse me. Ooh, it's the small ones that bite. Oh, ooh, why the small one so bad? Oh my god, it smells like something my dad would have done. Ugh. No, every time my dad goes to the bathroom, we always have to tell him light the candle. And he's getting better at it. He's like, why do you gotta light a candle? And it's like, you have the reason why I get candles to begin with. Just kidding. Oof. Ooh, that's bad. That's so bad. Oh my god. My eyes are watering. I didn't know I could do so. Oh. One time I was with my cousins. We were watching a movie, scary movie. I think it was The Strangers when it first came out. The First Strangers, not the sequel to The Strangers, but The First Strangers with Liv Tyler. Taylor. We were watching it. We were at a Halloween party. It was a few days before Halloween. We were watching it in the basement, and we were all kind of packed together because it was a big basement, but there was like 12 of us down there watching it. Maybe 15 because it was my cousins. That's 9 to begin with, and then family friends. So there was probably like maybe 15, 16 of us. So we were kind of close together, and I was on the couch with my cousins, and I couldn't hold it in, and all of a sudden I let one whip, and it was long, It was bubbly. It was wet. They had to pause the movie because everyone started gagging. Some people had to leave, and my cousin, that's the oldest cousin, Tom, he was like, "Did that come from your ass?" I was like, "Yes, I'm sorry." He said, "It's fine." He said, "I just didn't know a woman could do that." It's like, "You sexist," and he's like, "No," and he's like, "This is very impressive." And it's like, "How do you think I feel? That came from me." I was like checking the seat, and then they were gagging because I had to fill the seat to make sure it wasn't wet. And I was like fanning it towards them, and they were gagging and throwing up and all that, and it was funny, but dang, it was a fun night. First, we played Rock Band. We played Rock Band outside on the garage until it got too cold because you all know how October can be in Illinois. It can get cold. And then we went inside and huddled up and watched a scary movie. But, dang. This is the first. So, anyways, my dad's coworker. So my dad is obviously friends with his old coworker, and my dad's coworker's wife is friends with my mom, and they invited us over for New Year's that they do every year. And it's not that I don't want to go. It's just their grandkids are going to be there, and the grandkids, they have like 7 or 8 grandkids, and they're probably going to be screaming and running around. And it's not that I don't mind it. It's just New Year's is kind of really one of those holidays where I kind of just like to sit back and relax and watch the ball drop, if you know what I mean, or watch a movie or something. So I might go over there just to say hi to hang out for a little bit, but I don't know if I want to stay the whole night there. Um, so I have to see. It is tempting though because they did say they got filet mignons, so I have to ask my dad if they got one for me because I told him I told him I don't know if I was going or not. And yesterday, him and Uncle John, the guy's name is John, but I call him an uncle because, like I said, I don't want to say he raised me, but he's known me ever since I was in diapers. And he was like, "Oh, you could call me Uncle John," but like, and he is technically an uncle to me. Um, but like, him and Uncle John went out and got a filet mignons last night afternoon, and I don't know if they got me one or not. So it's gonna depend. I would prefer pizza. I mean, here's the thing. Don't get me wrong. I'm a German gal. Okay, I like meat and potatoes. I really do like meat and potatoes. So I love steak. There's not a doubt about it that I don't like steak. I love it. I love my filet mignon. Filet mignon is about the only steak I will eat. From time to time, I'll eat a skirt steak with eggs at Wade's in Elgin. Like I said, if you from the area, you know about Wade's. Wade's in Elgin is the best place to get breakfast, but prepare to wait in line. But it's worth it. But I always normally order filet mignon, and I love filet mignon. But it's like I don't know if I really want that tonight, so it's gonna depend. If they got me one, I'll eat it. But like if they didn't, I'll be like, hey, I'll just order pizza from Lou's, sit back and watch some movies. Buzz bomb. Anyways, no. This is gonna be the first New Year's that I'll be by myself. Like I said, I know I won't be by myself because I'm invited to the Brandises, Uncle John's house. But like his last name is Brandis. But like I don't know if I'll go. I might, depending on the situation. And I kind of really wish my sister was here. Let alone my dog. Oh, my grandma. Because I would have gone over there. Okay. Okay. I want to know. I'm fine, but I gotta let you all go. I'm about to cry. Gotta go.